On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Categorical.
Stating something as an absolute fact, without the possibility of doubt or exception, relating to or included in a category or categories.
Examples:
Categorical denial. Law of categorical judgment. She made a categorical statement that she would never eat sushi.
Collide.
To hit something violently when moving.
Examples:
Collide head-on. Collide in midair. The interests of the two countries collide.
Imbalance.
A situation in which two or more things are not equal or equally treated.
Examples:
Trade imbalance. Symptoms of hormonal imbalance. An imbalance in certain substances causes problems with brain function.
Upheaval.
Great change, disruption, or disturbance. Geology, a rise of land to a higher elevation.
Examples:
Upheaval of society. The big upheaval of my life. The recent political upheaval has left the country in a state of chaos.
Dislocate.
To move out of a position of the bone in a joint, to put out of its usual place, position, or relationship.
Examples:
Dislocate my shoulder. Dislocate residence. X-rays revealed that several of his joints were dislocated.
Industrialize.
To organize the production of something into an industry.
Examples:
Industrialized service. Industrialized textile production. The nations of Southeast Asia will quickly industrialize and catch up with the West.
Disrupt.
To prevent or stop something, especially an event, activity, or process, from continuing in the usual way by causing a problem or disturbance.
Examples:
Disrupt a well-ordered condition. Disrupt sleep. I'm so sorry to disrupt you when you're pretty busy.
Survivability.
The ability to remain alive or continue to function, especially in difficult or threatening circumstances.
Examples:
Survivability rate. Aircraft survivability. The company's survivability during tough economic times was due to its diverse product offerings.
Paradox.
A statement, situation, or person that has two opposite facts or features and therefore seems impossible, is difficult to understand, or is strange.
Examples:
French paradox. The paradox of the heap. There are many theories to explain this paradox.
Depopulate.
To decrease the population of a place, often because of disease, war, or other disasters, To remove people from a place, often forcibly.
Examples:
Depopulate town. Depopulate an area. The famine caused the village to depopulate as people migrated to find food.
Landmass.
A large area of land, especially one that is distinct from surrounding areas by its topography, geology, or biota.
Examples:
Large landmass. Continental landmass. Australia is the world's smallest continent by landmass.
Gulf.
A large ocean inlet or deep bay that is partially enclosed by land.
Examples:
Gulf War. Gulf Stream. The Gulf of Mexico is a body of water in the southern United States.
Mismatch.
To put together or match items that are not compatible or do not fit well together. To be different from or not correspond to something else.
Examples:
Mismatch expectations. Mismatch socks. The colors of the shirt and pants totally mismatch, making the outfit look ridiculous.
Geopolitical.
Of or relating to political activity or relations between countries and groups of countries, as influenced by the physical features of a country or area.
Examples:
The geopolitical situations. Reduce geopolitical risk. The country holds dominant geopolitical power over its neighbors.
Sizable.
Large in size or amount.
Examples:
Sizable portion. Sizable audience. He has a sizable fortune and is one of the wealthiest people in the city.
Plural.
The grammatical form of a noun or pronoun indicating that it refers to more than one thing or person.
Examples:
Plural form. Plural culture. We use plural nouns when there is more than one of something.
Pronoun.
A word that takes the place of a noun in a sentence, such as he, she, they, or it.
Examples:
Pronoun usage. Possessive pronoun. In English, personal pronouns such as he, she, and they can replace a person's name to avoid repetition.
Opportune.
Suitable or happening at a time that is suitable or convenient for a particular purpose.
Examples:
Opportune occasion. An opportune remark. The phone rang at the most opportune time.
Retrofit.
To put a new component or accessory into a machine that did not initially have it when manufactured.
Examples:
Retrofit an electronic system. Retrofit applications. A retrofit may involve putting in new door jambs.
Retool.
To adapt, modify, or overhaul something, often a system or process, to make it more efficient or effective for its intended purpose or to meet changing needs or demands.
Examples:
Retool a strategy. Retool a business. We need to retool our manufacturing process and invest in new technology to stay competitive in the market.
Untangle.
To separate or straighten out something that is tangled, confused, or complicated, to clarify or make sense of something difficult to understand or explain.
Examples:
Untangle a situation. Untangle a problem. I need to untangle this knot before using this rope piece.
Insecure.
Not firm or firmly fixed, likely to fail or give way, or not assured of safety.
Examples:
An insecure future. Insecure attachment. Children in an unstructured environment often feel insecure.
Fortress.
A large and strongly built structure, typically with high walls and a moat, used as a military defense or for protection against attackers.
Examples:
Fortress wall. Military fortress. The ancient fortress was built on a hill to give the defenders a strategic advantage.
Migrant.
A traveler who moves from one region or country to another, especially to find work or better living conditions, a bird or an animal that moves from one place to another.
Examples:
Migrant worker. The movement of migrant birds. The government revoked his license to employ migrant labor crews.
Decarbonize.
To stop or reduce emitting carbon gases, especially carbon dioxide, by replacing energy made from fossil fuels with renewable energy.
Examples:
Decarbonize their manufacturing process. Decarbonize its energy system. We have to seek methods to decarbonize its fossil fuel economy.
Steward.
A person responsible for the management and care of another's property or for the supervision of the domestic staff of a large household or organization. A person in charge of arranging for the supply of food to a college, club, etc.
Examples:
Steward duties. Steward service. The steward on the flight was very helpful in assisting passengers with their needs.
Perpetual.
Continuing for an extended period in the same way without stopping or being interrupted.
Examples:
Perpetual motion machine. Perpetual struggle. The company employs a perpetual inventory system.
Trample.
To step heavily on something or someone, causing damage or injury.
Examples:
Trample down his feelings. Trample on the rights. The plants in this garden are precious, so you must not trample them.
Backlash.
A strong negative reaction to something, a movement back from an impact.
Examples:
Political backlash. The backlash from the community. The company faced a backlash from customers after the recall.
Bureaucracy.
A system of government in which most of the important decisions are made by state officials rather than by elected representatives.
Examples:
Government bureaucracy. Arbitrary bureaucracy. The bumbling bureaucracy made it difficult to get the permits we needed.
Contentious.
Likely to cause people to disagree and argue, liking to argue.
Examples:
Contentious subject. Contentious debate. There are many contentious issues in claiming a patent.
Trump.
A playing card with a picture of a trumpeter on it, used in certain card games.
Examples:
Trump card. Choose Trump. The trump suit in the game of bridge is determined at the beginning of each hand.
Posit.
To suggest or accept something as fact or as a basis for argument or consideration.
Examples:
Posit the existence of life after death. Posit the premise. We should posit several hypotheses to discuss the matter.
Overcompensate.
To take excessive or extreme measures to make up for a perceived deficiency or lack, often resulting in an overcorrection.
Examples:
Overcompensate for mistakes. Overcompensate for lack of experience. After missing a deadline, he worked late into the night to overcompensate for his mistake.
Politicize.
To make something political or to involve it in politics, often for personal or ideological gain or to influence public opinion.
Examples:
Politicize climate change. Politicize a tragedy. I wish people would stop trying to politicize fundamental human rights issues.
Detriment.
Something that causes harm, injury, or damage.
Examples:
Detriment of society. Bring great detriment. The new approach resulted in a significant detriment to the local economy.
Cynical.
Believing that people are motivated by self-interest, distrustful of human sincerity or integrity.
Examples:
Cynical remarks. Cynical worldview. He was very cynical and didn't believe anything anyone said unless he saw evidence for himself.
Fender.
A barrier that surrounds the wheels of a vehicle to block splashing water or mud. A cushion-like device that reduces shock due to an impact.
Examples:
Front fender. Vehicle fender. He had a fender bender last night.
Veer.
To change direction suddenly or sharply, to turn or swerve from one course or direction to another.
Examples:
Veer toward danger. Veer to the left. The car veered off the road and crashed into a tree.
Nationalist.
Relating to or supporting a political ideology that emphasizes a strong sense of national identity and devotion to one's own country.
Examples:
Nationalist sentiment. Nationalist revolt. The nationalist rally attracted thousands of supporters.
Xenophobic.
Showing strong dislike or fear of people from other countries or cultures, having a strong bias or prejudice against outsiders.
Examples:
Xenophobic attitude. Xenophobic statements. The xenophobic rhetoric of the politician only seeks to sow division and hatred among people.
Reactionary.
Relating to or advocating a return to a previous state of affairs or method of doing things, typically one that is seen as outdated or regressive.
Examples:
Reactionary forces. Reactionary attitudes. The school's administration has a reactionary stance on student protests and free speech.
Panacea.
A remedy or solution that is believed to be a cure for all illnesses or problems, something that is seen as a universal cure-all.
Examples:
Panacea solution. No panacea for economic woes. Many people believe that exercise is the panacea for all health problems.
Disbeliever.
A person who does not believe in something, such as a religion or idea.
Examples:
Persuade a disbeliever. Stubborn disbeliever. Despite the evidence, she remained a disbeliever in the theory of evolution.
Assimilate.
To take in and understand information or ideas, to integrate.
Examples:
Assimilate into society. Assimilate a language. The immigrant struggled to assimilate into the new culture.
Ethos.
The set of beliefs and attitudes that belong to a particular community, nation, ideology, or a person.
Examples:
Ethos of science. Corporate ethos. Medical students need to acquire not only knowledge, but also a professional ethos of a doctor.
Archaic.
Old and no longer used or applicable, of or seeming to belong to an ancient period in history.
Examples:
Archaic humans. Seem somewhat archaic. He deliberately read picture books in an archaic way to please the children.
Chauvinist.
A person who is aggressively or excessively patriotic and who believes in the superiority of their gender, race, or nationality, often to the detriment or oppression of others.
Examples:
Chauvinist beliefs. Racial chauvinist. His chauvinistic attitudes towards immigrants were offensive and ignorant.
Multicultural.
Relating to or characterized by several cultures, equals beliefs, languages, customs, traditions, etc.
Examples:
Multicultural society. Multicultural education. The school is known for its multicultural student body.
Insular.
Relating to, characteristic of, or situated on an island, especially an isolated one, interested only in your own country, group, ideas, etc., and not in those from outside.
Examples:
An insular country. Insular prejudices. She blamed his insular attitudes toward foreigners.
Pragmatic.
Practical rather than idealistic.
Examples:
Pragmatic approach. Pragmatic politics. He was a pragmatic leader who made decisions based on what was practical rather than ideal.
Dynamism.
The quality of being characterized by continuous change, activity, and progress, energy or forcefulness in movement or action.
Examples:
The dynamism of the market. Creative dynamism. The dynamism of the new CEO has revitalized the struggling company.
Germ.
A very tiny living that causes the disease, a piece of something such as an organism, concept, etc., capable of growing into a new one or part of one.
Examples:
Antibiotic-resistant germ. A germ-free environment. The germ of his idea came from watching birds flying in flocks.
Diminish.
To reduce or be reduced in size, extent, or importance, to make something smaller, weaker, etc.
Examples:
Diminish a reputation. Diminish swelling. As people get old, their energies may diminish.
Skew.
To turn or place at an angle, to make biased or distorted with the result that it is not accurate, fair, normal, etc.
Examples:
Skew the message. Skew social values. The results of the poll are skewed because it only surveyed a small group of people.
Policymaker.
A person in charge of or involved in developing action plans for a political party, business, etc.
Examples:
Education policymaker. Regional policymaker. Policymakers struggle to develop various laws and regulations to address international trade conflicts.
Provoke.
To stimulate or give rise to a particular reaction or have a particular effect.
Examples:
Provoke a disease. Provoke a reaction. Her behavior provoked a quarrel between the couple.